Hey guys, it's Rob, and I haven't done a YouTube video for ages. I thought it might be kind of fun, if not self-deprecating, to come in and show you someone, myself, who's pretty darn experienced front-end developer, amongst other things, come in and struggle on a new language and sort of see maybe some of the steps I take at learning it. You know, being an experienced programmer but a noob to React. Why I've taken so long to dive into React is another story, and I won't digress, but let's show you what I was going to show you. So I'm going through these docs. If you're trying to learn React, you're going to end up here, and this seems like the place that makes sense to start. It's their getting started, really well written, and it has these code pens. So um, I do a shift click and open it up, and actually this isn't what I wanted to show you. I was down to rendering elements. This looked interesting to me, so what I'll do is I want to get in my fingers, and what I mean by that is I want to type this stuff out so that I can kind of remember the little syntax. So what I find useful is to sort of keep that around as a cheat sheet. I know how set interval works. I'm doing JavaScript a minute, so what I'm going to do is try to basically recreate what they had and see if I can do it. But I have the cheat sheet if I get tripped up. So they basically created an element and they did a React DOM render. That was the big picture. I'm going to create an element and getting used to having these parentheses here. It's kind of interesting for me, and I'm kind of learning as I go with this. You have to return one outer element, as I understand. So I'm going to do their date time thing. So the time is now, and then you have these JavaScript expressions that you can use if you wrap them in curly braces. So I'm going to just do a new date to locale time string, I think it is. I'm not trying to impress you with this. This is you basically duplicating what they're already doing. The point is more to show you like process that I learned as a noob. I just want to type this stuff out. So you have an element. Now I need to do the second part, which is this React DOM render. And I really get tripped up on this parentheses thing. That takes the element you've created that you want rendered, and then somewhere in the actual DOM that you want that to live. So I'm going to get element by ID, and they have a root over here. You can look at that. So it's there. And okay, this worked already. I did this once before, and I screwed up the video, but I typed it like this because, you know, I'm noob. I'm just learning this. So what I did there is on Mac, Command Option I, and you can see React DOM. And if you remember reading, like, that doesn't look right, and yeah, the O and M are supposed to be capitalized. So then you come in here and you fix that. But just by like kind of going through the suffering of having this typed out and then like seeing the red text and knowing that you made that error, it actually helps you. Like, I'm never gonna make this error again. It's like your fight or flight or something kicks in. Actually helps you to self-correct. So not a hugely interesting video. I just wanted to kind of show you how I go about this. I basically just commented out this function and recreated it. No big deal. And then I'm done. I don't need to keep this around. And I just go through this whole thing. And you know, I might not type out every single example, but anything that looks kind of like interesting here to me, like, okay, they're creating an element and then they're using this React DOM render thing. So being able to create an element, that seems kind of interesting. And using set interval and passing this stuff around, I don't know. So it kind of piqued my interest, and then I'll just keep reading and do the same thing for the rest of these examples. And then I'll jump back into my company's code base. So that's sort of how I approach things. I want to type it. I want to get it in my hands and thus in my brain. So I hope that helps maybe the kind of more noobs don't know how to approach or don't feel comfortable approaching new concepts. Figure out a way to type it out. Don't just read about it, but type it out and make it easy on yourself, and hopefully it'll start to stick.